Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day to you all, and welcome to the Valleycast.
Hello.
Joined here with my friends and co-conspirators, Joe Beretta and Elliott Morgan.
I love that.
Don't tell them what we're doing. Don't tell them.
They'll never know. Guys, it's been a wild month for movies, and it's been a wild couple of months for movies, maybe even a wild year for movies.
Just jumping right in there at the
They're-
movie talk. Wow.
Yeah, because I go sometimes months without going to the movie theater because I'm like, there's nothing really to see. It all looks like trash
Remember-
garbage.
Probably not. I don't want to say when you were a kid. I'll say as early as 10 years ago, there was a Steve Zaragoza that was like, there's no world where I would let a week go by without going to the movie theater.
Yeah.
I go to
happen.
the theater. What happened to you?
Well, I mean, there used to be $6 movie tickets, Joe, and there used to
Ooh, those
even be
were nice.
$1 movie tickets back in when we were kids.
Yeah, those were good times. You're right. You're right.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes. I think it starts with your show.
What did you? Oh, I watched a movie last night called Mickey 17.
Oh yeah, yeah.
fell
Well,
asleep?
I talked a lot about that movie when it came out.
Yeah.
Elliot.
Because I had high hopes, and it was like one of those ones where I was having a hard time
Mhm.
articulating why I didn't like it. And then afterward, I was like, I think it just was like really
Not great.
goofy and like heavy-handed, and like the metaphors were kind of lame. And then it wasn't that funny. Like the jokes didn't really land for me
Yeah.
very much. Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson is great though.
It's like there's a good movie in there, but I don't
Yeah.
know
It's a good idea.
how to find it.
It's
Yeah.
a great idea in there. So remember, like my biggest complaint that I've said to you guys a number of times is like we've forgotten how to like look at a trailer and be like, that's a shitty movie. Like people are bad at like going, like trailers are just bad now too. Mickey 17 flipped that one up. Like that trailer for Mickey 17 was really good. You're
Well,
like,
yeah,
oh,
and Bong
interesting.
Joon-ho like made that movie Parasite, which was like fucking
Yeah.
incredible and like a really well-made movie, and like
all of his movies have been big fucking wins.
it just feels like this one like kind of was not directed by him somehow. Like it felt like maybe the pressure of winning an Oscar for Parasite and like having a follow-up be better or as good or whatever maybe got to him or something.
Well, let's do the say something nice game. I'll say a couple things nice about it. Robert is just
Oh,
such
he's great.
like it's just another thing where it's like, are you really sounding like that? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I actually didn't mind. I thought he did a really good job with
Yeah.
that type of voice.
Yep, he's
I
good.
found it
And
consistent, and I found it
Yeah.
believable.
over all of those characters. And then the idea is still wonderful.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't land the plane, or maybe we need to watch it a second time and it's better on a second watch. I don't know.
I'm probably not going to watch that movie again.
I wish that was like you were a big movie reviewer and that was it.
Probably not gonna do that.
Hey guys, my review for Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson, directed by Oscar-winning director Bong Joon-ho. My thoughts? Probably not going to watch that one again.
Thanks.
Next up, we have
Did you guys know Bong Joon-ho's raised Catholic and his Christian name is Michael?
No.
Do you have a Christian name, Steve?
what's that?
I don't know. I'm reading it on Wikipedia. Bong Joon-ho was raised as a Catholic, and his Christian name is Michael. Don't you get a Christian name?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. You can pick your own name.
Apparently,
you
well,
become a
Christian
Christian?
name is Blue, so
I was
Christian name-
raised Catholic, and that I don't know if that's part of the Catholic thing.
this is Catholic. It's sometimes referred to as baptismal name. It's a personal name given on the occasion of baptism.
Whoa,
It's
interesting.
because you're washing away your sins and you are being reborn again anew. So you might as well get a new name.
But is that for when adults that do that, or is that for also babies?
Probably all of it.
Because I was baptized as a baby, and they probably named me like a week before my baptism. So What are they gonna do? Name me something in the hospital and then go like, wait, we need a different one now. Is that how it works?
I just don't think you necessarily go by it. I think it's just like a,
Shit, I don't know. I've never known that. I could call my mom right now and find out.
It says in English-speaking cultures, a person's Christian name is commonly their first name and is typically the name by which the person is primarily known. So maybe your Christian name is just Steve or Esteban.
Or all of your names are heathen names, and welcome to hell, motherfucker.
But is there like different? But is that different than like a middle name?
Yes,
because it's what's the so you could have
podcast grinds to a complete stop.
Hold on, I need to understand this.
It's like the brave little toaster getting stuck in the gears of that fucking trash compactor.
No, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. You can have a birth name, a middle name, a last name, and a Christian name.
You can have 7 middle names, Steve.
Back in the day, they were like names were like gold. Like if you could get your hand on another name because they were immaterial, so they were cheap.
No, I don't know if you guys know the real rules. No, the real world rules are you also get to take a name if you murder somebody. So if you murder somebody, you get the name, put in your name.
Exactly.
Hey, mister, what's your name? My name is Jackson. Holy shit, I want that name.
Yep.
My name's Jackson now. Is it because there was no one else named that? And you're like, holy shit, that's a good name.
It freed it up.
Whoa.
It's like license plate, like vanity license plates. So we'd like our son to be named John. Okay, let's have a look here. John. Oh yeah, that one's way taken.
But you could do John with, instead of an O, you could have a heart emoji.
Or you could do John 42069. That one's available.
I also watched a movie, and
I saw several movies in the past week, and I'm ready to launch.
The one that you're going to talk about is this one, Final Destination, the new one. I watched it.
I saw Final Destination. I saw Friendship.
I want to see that.
I saw the new Mission Impossible.
I don't want to see that so bad, but I kind of want to see it. But I'm going to see it, but I'm not like, oh, I want to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Final Destination first.
My favorite part, well, there's a lot of things that I enjoyed about it. Is it my favorite Final Destination? I don't know. That's up for debate. A lot of people do really like it on that level.
Wow.
But the biggest part for us boys is that our dear friend is in it.
That's right. That's why I like it the most.
And I think she looked and belonged and was like, I was like, oh, that's a star. I'm watching a movie star. She did so fucking good, and she looks like she belongs on the big screen. I thought she was wonderful. I thought she was amazing.
Who are you talking about?
Our friend Anna Laurie.
Oh, nice, cool. Good for her. Congrats to her.
Yeah,
star of Frankenstein MD.
Well, star of also the thing that makes me smile the most is that now when people search her, they're like, wow, who is that girl that did so good in that? And she dies in a spectacular way. Spoilers.
She totally dies in a spectacular way.
They'll eventually land on a blooper video from the Valleyfolk, where she is just losing her shit because I am farting over.
She's so pissed off at you for
over again.
That's one of my favorite videos ever. She's so pissed off at you for farting.
Because she's obviously like a legitimate actor.
Yeah.
And she's middling with us in our dumb sketch.
And we're farting.
It's over and over. She just wants to do the work, dude. She just wants
but hiding in the clothes, like, and farting in there. And being like, who was it? Who was that? And why are you hiding in there? Yeah, man, she's great, and we just had her on Dynamic Banter this past week, and that episode will go up this week on Friday. Pretty good, pretty fun episode.
Yeah, one wonderful series. If you're a Final Destination fan, I think it was now we're gonna get 100 of them since it did so well. Wonderful kills. I really do think that I could be a maker of kills for that franchise. I feel like
I feel like it's the same part of you that could make Taskmaster.
Yeah,
it's like a Rube. What is it? The Rube Goldberg machine or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and everybody in it was really good. She was great, but then well, not everybody. Most people are. The guy that played the brother, like the alternative brother with all
Yeah, the guy with all the piercings.
that guy was great. Like I
He's
was
so
like,
good.
I want to see that guy in so many more things.
And Anna was telling me he's like a very hardworking actor. He's like constantly working.
Is
But
there
yeah, it's fun.
Well, I mean, this where I'm coming at this conversation from the angle of, always interested in seeing films, especially the ones that are on the docket to be discussed today. Would you say this is too scary of a film, or is it like so campy that
They're not
it's
scary. But you have to. They're full of anxiety because you know
A
you're
lot of
about to
tension.
watch some gore.
Mhm.
But it
It's
isn't
gory.
like-
Yeah, it's more
Yeah, but
gory than scary.
it's like it's Looney Tunes. It's
Yeah,
Looney
like
Tunes.
cartoonishly.
Yeah, and this one specifically, apologies to all you Final Destination 6 lovers. It's kind like the script is a little eye rolly, like where they go with it. And I would contend that the opening is the worst opening of all
I
of
mean,
them.
let's be honest. You don't go to these movies for the script, first of all, the story. You go for the kills.
Yep. And the
And
kills
the
are
kills delivered.
not.
Dude,
Okay.
Joe, I actually disagree with the opening. I thought the opening was very well done.
It was like a fine for like a storyboard sequence. The CG in it was so bad that it took me out of it. Like it was so bad.
I guess I just felt like it because I have an intense fear of heights, and it fucking nailed all of the height fear feelings like right away.
There were some really good comedy bits throughout,
Definitely.
like that little fucking kid.
Yeah.
Has
And you're never and
92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holy
yeah,
crap.
it's the number one movie. Well, it was the number one movie in the world.
And then two big
Before-
ones came out this weekend.
A huge one. Dude, my girlfriend and I went to the movie theater to see Friendship, and there were just like tons of families there to see the new Stitch movie.
Mm.
And I was just looking around and feeling really happy that people are coming back to the movies, and like, there's a lot of people coming to the movies, and Disney decided because Lilo and Stitch was going to be a Disney Plus thing. And apparently the Mandalorian movie was going to be just season 4, but instead they're cutting into a movie and putting it in the theaters. And I was really happy to see everyone back in the movie theater. But then I was thinking, man, we really love just giving money to billionaires.
Dude, you're ruined. You're not allowed to enjoy movies anymore.
I was like, damn, we're giving them so much money because these tickets suck. And we were looking at the ticket prices. It's like $14 a ticket or something.
Mhm.
And then there's people come in with their like 5 kids.
I don't know how people
And I'm
do
like, dude,
Right.
that's got to be $350 just to get into the seat.
it. Oh yeah, dude. When I take my small little brood out, it's we go down a tax bracket every fucking time. It's crazy.
We got to smuggle snacks into the movie theater like when we were kids, when my parents would be like, even back then when it was $2 a ticket, they're like, here's an apple, mijo. And I was like, where's the fucking popcorn?
Well, you open it up and she hollowed out the apple and there's
And there's popcorn inside. It's a big giant apple.
what an old school big movie weekend. We got family we got action and we've got horror, like 3 just
Yeah.
top notch fucking and indie comedy. That's great.
And it's totally bringing people back to the theater, which is awesome. And
for a weekend.
And Mission Impossible, I saw Mission Impossible, and there's this like, Tom Cruise is so ridiculous to me because, all of the like Scientology stuff aside, he is like ridiculous.
He's a goober.
He's a
goof.
total goober. And did you guys see how he's
Yeah.
he eats popcorn and he eats it like he wants to do it cool. He must have been like in front of a mirror going like, okay, here's how I eat popcorn. And then he's like, okay, I can't do that. That doesn't look good.
Needs more steps.
How do I make it look like a cool guy? He's like literally juggling it. He's like
dice.
Like
Like
dice.
He's playing craps in his mouth.
And then, I said it to Matt Robb, and he's like, "This is AI," and I was like, "You know what? That would make way more sense than it being."
But yeah, we could say what we will about the dude.
Ugh.
The one thing that you have to give him, and it's not the action stunts, it's not that the dude really genuinely loves movies.
I know.
And it's not bullshit. And the
It's
passion,
not.
it's like infective. Like you watch anybody if they can exude passion, and he does. And I'm like, okay, I'm on board with your crazy shit for today.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like he fucking loves movies so much. You can genuinely tell. It's not fake, like Joe said. It's not. And when you guys need to see Mission Impossible in the theater because he opens the movie like sitting in theater seats.
He does that again. Like, yeah.
Every movie he puts out, he does an intro. It must be in his contract or something. And it's always like, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming to the theater.
Is it him with the directors standing next to him too?
It's usually that, but this time it was just him.
Okay.
And then he slowly starts to levitate, and he takes off.
I've heard not great things about this latest MI.
Look,
they're all kind of. I didn't like Dead Reckoning very much. The last one I liked, I think, was Fallout, and I didn't really. The last one was okay, but I don't.
They're fun movies to watch.
Yeah,
they're fun movies to watch.
You would say you wouldn't see it again.
I'd watch it again. Is that your review? You know what? I'd actually watch it. I'd watch this one before Mickey 17 again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that's fair.
I would, but I gotta say, there was something in the beginning, 20 minutes of the movie, that they kept doing that I was really surprised that they did. And this isn't really a spoiler, but because I was like, dude, the last movie, this is part 2 of a movie that came out fucking 3 years ago.
God, has it been that long?
Yeah, dude. It felt longer, honestly. And so you're like, I don't remember this fucking movie. Am I gonna go into this movie and they're just gonna hit the ground running? And I was like, no. They're gonna do some kind of recap, or they're gonna catch you up to speed, especially for the people that have not seen the other one. And it's very important that they do that. Like with Final Destination, you don't need to see any of the other Final Destination movies. They bring you right in, and they go, come on in and have some tea, and we'll just set you right up with everything that you need to know, which isn't much really. But the funny thing about Mission Impossible was so this isn't a spoiler, but they recap, they do this thing where he gets this message from the president, right in the beginning of the movie. And it's on a VHS tape.
That's in the trailer too, right? Where they're
It is?
Isn't it and they blew him up, but they were trying to blow him up. They're going through every movie.
Yeah, they show clips from all the movies.
Yeah.
So they do this thing where they show you clips from all the movies. And for some reason, they show the moment when Emilio Estevez dies. Did you see that, Joe? Do you remember how Emilio Estevez dies in the first Mission Impossible movie? It's one of the most ridiculous things. I mean, it's shocking, but it's ridiculous. It's Emilio Estevez doing some kind of, he's trying to cut wires on an elevator or something, and the elevator is going up. And then the elevator, but the thing at the top is broken. And so he's looking straight up. And then this fucking metal bar is there, and this is him looking straight up at it, and he just goes into a metal bar, and it's the most ridiculous looking thing because it's totally a dummy, and it's not Emilio Estevez, and it's just this ridiculous visual. And for some reason in this new movie, they show it 3 times.
Oh, excellent! All right, I'm seeing it later today.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because that's the kind of stuff Grace will not let slide. She will be paying attention.
Dude, it's a little long, but it didn't feel long to me.
I mean, it's just what I heard is a crazy Mission Impossible action style movie, of course, but they lean into the sci-fi element a little bit too much for people's comfort. Like it's a lot about the AI.
I
Yeah, that was kind of there.
But you know what didn't feel cringy to me was that they were like on the cusp of this thing when they did it 3 years ago, because the entity is the villain in this essentially, and they brought the entity into the whole thing in that first one 3 years ago, which was like kind of just before AI really blew up as this scary thing, like people were like a little scared of it, but now we're like, holy shit, they're making real life humans do shit that looks so real. My mom will never
Oh,
understand if
boomers
it's
are
fake,
fucked.
dude. And we're next. We're next. Like it's terrifying. So I thought that them being on the ground floor of this like scary AI thing, even though fucking Cameron did it decades ago with Terminator, but they did it in a way that felt more modernized and like really it links to our current technological place. But I thought it was just, it's entertaining. It's Tom Cruise doing fucking batshit crazy shit.
Yeah, Simon Pegg saying some funny stuff here.
Simon Pegg saying some funny stuff, and he looks fine. Everybody's back and everybody's great. And yeah, it's not a fucking perfect movie. It's not. The story kind of sucks and whatever. But you're not there really for the story. You're there to eat. Yeah, you're there to dice roll popcorn, and eat hot dogs and
jerk off your popcorn a little bit, but then you gotta pop it.
Has anybody made this video yet? Should we do it? Just like it's literally just called "How Tom Cruise Eats Food," and it's just eating 20 different types of food like that.
Dude,
Pasta.
Come on, man. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny.
All right, maybe I'll I'll do that today.
Come on, Joe, do it.
Wait, real quick before I want to make a point. If you if somebody had like a encyclopedia of movie knowledge in their brain as far as like casting and stuff, and they could remember everything, I bet you Simon Pegg being cast in Mission Impossible is one of the best casting choices in the last 40 years of cinema.
Totally.
It's just so good. He
fits so perfectly.
Yep. And it showed like his chops are more than what he was doing, which was amazing. But man, I think he fills out the necessary corners of that movie to just make it a
I'm really glad he found a thing like the Mission Impossible movies. Like you're right, the casting isn't just perfect because he fits so well in it, but I think he deserves to have like really cool roles and deserves to be in the spotlight. He's so funny and talented, and we love him so much. But without Edgar Wright, him and Nick Frost seem to have struggled to find like a thing. And like, Nick Frost, you don't agree, Joe?
Nick Frost, I do, not Simon Pegg. He was also in fucking Star Trek. Like the dude killed.
Yeah, but still, it was just kind of like a secondary thing. Even with Mission Impossible, it's like a secondary thing. Like,
you mean he's a supporting actor, not like a
supporting actor? Yeah, like like Nick Frost was a great supporting actor in Attack the Block. I thought like he did great in that movie, and maybe he leaned a little too much into that and didn't really find his footing. But I love that Simon Pegg is.
Write that down real quick. Just write down Attack the Block, Elliott. Awesome.
Oh
movie.
yeah, definitely watch Attack.
That was a while back, right? Wasn't that like it's like a British
times? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I may have seen it looked like an insane. I do want to watch
it's really good.
You're right. I will write that down, Joe.
Sci-fi horror adjacent, but not at all. It's just
John
cool.
Boyega. I think that's his first movie.
You're like, oh, these kids are cool.
Dude, John Boyega, I turned on out of curiosity because a buddy of mine from high school loves Rian Johnson.
Yeah, Ryan.
And so I turned on
that's not his Christian name.
That's not his Christian name.
Right.
Actually, it's Ryan.
R-Y-A-N.
His real name is R-Y-A-N, but his Christian name is R-I-A-N.
Yeah,
and it's like Ryan John Johnson because he added the
he murdered a John.
Well, because he's John's son,
right?
So he's John. Yeah.
I watched a little bit of Last Jedi, and I was like, "This is a weird movie." Like that was, I was like, maybe with fresh eyes, maybe I missed something, and I was like, then like I blink and Leia is like floating through space and then like frozen and then her eyes open and I'm like, what is even going on here? And I turned it off.
She
Anyway,
has the Force, Elliot.
I
She
know,
has
and
the
it
Force.
doesn't. And then Luke's character is so angry, but like I don't buy it because I think he's a goofy actor anyway. So
Yeah.
I couldn't buy into him being like, "I'm done with the Jedi." It doesn't. But then there's these texts. But I'm going to teach you why I'm done with the Jedi. It doesn't.
I have a hot take about Mark Hamill really quick, if you'll indulge me.
You're
Please.
yeah. Do it.
I love Mark Hamill. I do.
Who doesn't?
But
Right.
I watched A New Hope recently because Andor got me to go through the whole movies again with my girlfriend, and she
Wow.
hasn't seen some of them, and so we're skipping
Same.
the prequels.
I turned on New Hope right after Rogue One. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like fuck it, let's just go. Let's get through it. And Rogue and A New Hope is like, wow, this is like an independent sci-fi movie essentially. Like is made on very little money, and it is the reason why we are where we are in modern sci-fi and film. So it's
Western
very important.
storytelling.
Yeah, very important Western storytelling. And but Mark Hamill is not that great. And it's like he's the lead and he's supposed to be this like super badass Jedi guy that was a farm boy, regular guy, and then he becomes this badass Jedi by the time he gets to Return of the Jedi. But he's not that great. Maybe not the best casting choice. And
I would say I would go further and say that at times he's actually great-ing in that movie because his voice hits a particular pitch and his cadence is a particular tone of whiny that I find off-putting.
Well, and a lot of the like jokes about A New Hope, even back in the 70s, was that he was just whiny and like,
oh really?
I want to go get some power converter. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Everyone was like, "Who's this whiny brat kid leading this space movie?"
Part of Joseph Campbell's hero journey, and you see it in everything, is that you start as a whiny little petulant shit.
Yeah, and then you learn your lesson. Yeah,
you had to be a whiny little bitch.
Mhm.
Because that's what Joseph Campbell said.
Yep.
Yeah,
and you undergo a primordial wound,
but
and then you bitchiness transforms into a little less bitchiness.
Yeah,
but I feel like there's I think there's a trick to having like a good hero's journey
big titties.
Portrayal.
Big titties.
Well, that's the best trick.
Big
But maybe
titties.
not. But the point I want to make is that I feel like by the time they got, there you go.
There it is.
That's great.
There it is. It's just a picture book, but it's a really good one.
And there's boobs in it. Every page is boobs.
Oh, sorry. Every page is boobs. Damn.
There's my hero's journey. But the thing is by the time you get to Empire, you're like, oh man, they're stuck with this guy, aren't they? And then you get to Jedi and you're like, this guy is not a great actor, and he's not really a badass Jedi either, especially by comparison to the new Jedis we get now that fucking flip around and like fucking Jude Law, like all these characters that are like amazing actors first. And then you got Andor, which is just filled with amazing actors, like incredible range, believability, characters, the subtlety, just everything you want out of like good sci-fi.
He's a campy dude.
He's just a little campy, and I think he's maybe the wrong choice to be the guy that is the lead in all of these movies, and then
he found his stride with Joker.
Yeah, George. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but Steve,
not really on the phone.
Steve said you made a mistake.
That's a calculator.
That's a calculator.
You made a mistake. Sine, cosine, tangent.
Dude, what if, because George Lucas was making changes to Star Wars up until he sold it to Disney.
Just takes him out.
He's just like, let's just recast him.
It's Zac Efron now.
Really quickly, and then we can stop talking about movies. I just wanted to connect us to Final Destination even more than with Anna Laurie. Are you ready for this?
Oh, okay.
The director of that movie, Adam Stein, also directed this little web show that was called Nerd Court. That was a Skybound show, which is where Malcolm Barrett was the judge.
Oh.
on. And that's where I met Malcolm Barrett, and that's where I met Adam Stein. And then years later, we got Anna in there, and so it's all connective tissue with the Valleyfolk too, because Malcolm's been in Valleyfolk shit.
We made Final Destination.
We made it. We made it happen.
We're gonna die.
Oh, and then Friendship. Friendship.
That's what I was. That was. I want to know what
Is it so good? Please tell me it's so good.
So good.
Yes.
So which one, if I were to see a movie on Memorial Day? Friendship, Final Destination,
He's going to tell you possible.
Are you taking Grace?
Mission Impossible. Yeah. So
Then
I mean, really, which one would she?
I think it's Friendship.
Okay, she's not a big comedy movie person, but maybe that would be the safest bet.
What would you say are her like go-to comedy movies? Does she like I Think You Should Leave? Does she like Paul Rudd?
Have I ever seen her watch a single funny comedy?
Does she like Tim Robinson?
I don't know that let me call her.
If I had to guess,
Can I call her?
say she would not be a fan.
Call her and ask her.
Right. I think you might be right, Joe. I think
Does she like awkward comedy?
I don't think she does. I think she feels physically ill when she watches.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe it's Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, we're on the podcast right now. Can I ask you a question? I'm not putting you on speaker, and if you don't want to be on it, you can just say you don't. I'm not putting you on speaker. She doesn't like this. I'll tell you that. This is immediately not going well. No. Do you like awkward comedy, aka what's his name?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Yeah, he's very funny. Okay.
And she likes Paul Rudd?
He's Polo. She was at a comedy show backstage, and some people like him and some people deny. He's very polarizing. Do you think you would be interested in seeing the movie Friendship, or would you prefer to see Mission Impossible or Final Destination, which is not necessarily scary but might have a significant amount of
Or Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, with Paul Rudd. That's what they were talking about. Do they like it? Do you? Okay, Joey Richter said he needs to watch it again because he missed so many jokes the first time. Okay.
I agree.
All right, sounds good. Love you. Bye.
Are you in trouble?
But that's such a Joey Richter movie, though.
It's like talking through a pile of sand, and it's like, give me something.
So does she seem excited to see that?
She said, "Just get me out of the house. Whatever we see, I don't care."
So here's the thing I want to say about Friendship, though. Don't expect like an Anchorman.
No, it's clenched butthole comedy.
Clenched butthole, yeah.
And also it's a little more on the artsier side because it's an A24 movie.
Yeah, it's like charming.
There's some but it's also infuriating, and it's also a little weird.
Yeah, no, that's one of those. I understood it from the trailer. I knew exactly what I'd be getting to.
It's not like the trailer delivers on like the Mickey 17 trailer, basically.
Does it? You already know what you're getting from a Tim Robinson and a Paul Rudd, but did you leave that movie liking them both more?
Good question, Joe.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Especially Paul Rudd, because I mean, it's so hard to feel any other way about Paul Rudd than just absolutely charmed to death and in love.
Yeah.
And with Tim Robinson can really piss you off if you're not on his side. and I think it's important to have a Paul Rudd there to kind of.
Let's play a game real quick. Let's play a game. Which movie this weekend took the box office?
Oh, I'm going to say Stitch. It's got to be Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, Lilo and Stitch. Elliott?
I was going to say Mission Impossible.
Okay, well, now I'll take the game another step. Mission Impossible made $63 million this month.
Holy shit.
How much do you guys think Lilo and Stitch made? More?
I'm going to say 80. I'm going to say 80 million.
Elliott, what do you think?
$58 million.
Lilo and Stitch made $145.5 million.
Holy shit.
That's a movie that has been made.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
a
not
movie
only
that has
that-
already come out.
And not only that, we were in all these live action cartoon to live action Disney remake movies fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like era. Like people I've never seen people shit on a movie so hard than the Snow White movie that came out recently.
Mm-hmm.
And Little Mermaid didn't get a
And
lot of
Little
love.
Mermaid, all of
Simba
that shit.
or
fucking-
Mufasa.
What?
Dude, Lion King. Yeah, that
Lilo
Lion
and
King.
Stitch didn't get any of that hate.
I
back to
know.
good trailers, going back to good trailers, this trailer didn't look like shit. This one, is a carbon copy of the original.
But that's the
but
thing. That's the
like,
thing.
It was fun and didn't look like it fucking obliterated the original. So
That's
I
the
think
thing.
why there's love here, and they like the Snow Whites in the Seven Dwarfs trailer, or the Snow White, the dwarves in the
It
Seven.
doesn't look like
They
Snow
are
White.
scary and frightening, and like,
Yeah.
what the fuck did you do? Stitch looks adorable. He looks fun. He actually looks probably like a better version of what he was than the first movie. And
Yeah.
so I totally understand it. Final Destination made another 20 million. That's up to 9.
Wow. So is it number 3?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Great
I
job.
wonder if the cartoon to live action pipeline is aided by films that, well, this wouldn't work for Snow White, but I think what they did with Snow White inherently screwed up with the way they made the dwarves look.
You
But
can thank Peter Dinklage for that. Peter
But if you
Dinklage
take,
went on
like-
a big thing.
if you take a cartoon, like a stuff where the majority of the characters make sense more as cartoons than humans, then I think it's not going to work as well. Like if you take a live action Lion King where everything is animals, then I don't think it's going to translate as well. But if you take like a Lilo and Stitch where it's kind of based in the real world, like you just
Mhm.
happen to have cartoon humans, but the majority of them are humans, and then you got one little alien or two.
That's an interesting take. Would it work for The Emperor's New Groove? Talking llama running around.
Oh man, they're gonna do it, aren't they?
I don't know if the
They're
Emperor's New
gonna
Groove
do
is
it, and
still
they're
relevant
gonna.
now.
I mean, but people love it. Like whenever they put out Emperor's New Groove stuff at Disney parks and stuff, they sell out real fast.
But it's cult status. I don't think they're gonna make. I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
make the live action.
And Lilo and Stitch, like the original Lilo and Stitch, that's a pretty beloved. Like I love the original Lilo and Stitch. That might be my favorite modern animated
Yeah.
movie from them. It's like
Adored.
Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch
Yeah.
for me.
And
Of
they
the
have
new
different-
era.
Yeah, there's like different, what are like silver and gold eras of like the animation and
Yeah.
stuff. So they all kind of belong to the similar families. I imagine
Yep.
at some point they're going to have to keep going back, and they will get to.
A lot of
Well-
the eras are actually are made up not necessarily of the animation, but of the who was behind the music.
Oh.
The teams behind the music. So like when we talk
Alan
about like
Menken and shit.
yeah, like
Tim
the 90s
Rice.
Little Mermaid on probably till Bill Collins with Tarzan. That's kind of where it changes a little bit. Like that golden era was the same music team through it.
Dude, I wonder if you nailed it with it being like a 1-to-1 kind of thing. Because when was the last time we got like a live action that was like 1-to-1? Like from the, because I mean, the other animated movies go so far stylistically away from the originals that I wonder if that's the key. And they're like, all we got to do is do a shot for shot remake of the animated one. Don't change any nationalities, don't change any, and maybe that's the key.
Except we do change when we have the kid in a dryer. You know that?
Yeah, they did change that, didn't they? And also the original Lilo
Grow
and
up.
Stitch, one of my favorite.
Let the kids think that it's cool to hang out in dryers. Do you know about this, Joe?
Just because perverts took hanging out in dryers and made
I
it
thought
into
is it pervert?
No, it wasn't a sex box, Steve. It was a death box.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh, you're talking about the original animated one. How they
Yeah,
changed
yeah,
the
yeah.
animated one. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about how they didn't do that in the movie either because it's got too much of a connotation for stepsisters and stepmothers being stuck in washing machines.
No, that wasn't where I was going, Steve, and I literally don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I believe that. Also,
Believe
the other thing, the other thing they changed, which is crazy, is the whole 9/11 thing. You guys remember that? So in the original Lilo and Stitch, at the end of the movie, the
9/11 happens?
the Gantu guy, Stitch saves everybody from 9/11. From the no, in the original, there's like a hijacked plane, 747 plane, that the bad guy takes to like chase Stitch in his little spaceship, and it's like crashing through shit.
This movie came
And-
out in like 2002, 2003, so that
Yeah.
Oh,
sense.
So they like famously expensively changed that whole ending to be like a big spaceship, alien spaceship. So they just like drew over the airplane and
like a
made
tattoo.
yeah,
So
exactly.
real quick, just to kind of like wrap up what we're talking about here, I'm looking at the tomato meters of all of these live action remakes of Disney ones. And what's at the top would probably surprise you a little bit. And some of them are pretty high, starting at 94% at the top, the 2016 Jungle Book.
Whoa,
That one was good though, right?
The
Wasn't
Jon
that one
Favreau?
really, really good?
I thought the kid was annoying as shit.
Take him
That's not
down,
why you
Steve.
watch that movie.
I'll give it a
and
rewatch. I'll give it a rewatch.
Pete's Dragon 2016, number
What
2.
the fuck? I never even saw that.
Apparently did well. Cinderella 2015. And then we go 1994, the first ever really. The Jungle Book. So I don't know if you guys remember, but there's a Jason Scott Lee Jungle Book live action movie, not CG.
I think I watched this a billion times as a kid, and it was
Yeah.
one of those movies that I thought got forgotten about. But yeah, it was like I didn't even think it was Disney though. I thought it was like an independently made.
Yeah, that was the
Jungle
Disney's first remake live action was that movie.
From
And then,
what year?
uh,
1994?
1994. You'll remember it once you see the images. Then we got Cruella, Mulan, Christopher Robin, Beauty and the Beast, and then Lilo and Stitch coming in at number 9, followed by The Little Mermaid.
Oh
Whoa,
yeah, I
Sam
remember.
Neill is in that Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Whoa, I need to
all the-
watch that.
All the way down at the bottom, 2022's Oscar-winning vehicle for, or not vehicle, but starring Oscar winner Tom Hanks, Pinocchio. 2020.
Oh my god, that movie was awful as shit. Did you
You
watch
saw
that
it?
movie?
Whoa,
I saw it because wasn't it a pandemic movie?
I mean, it came out in 2022, so post-pandemic.
But it was like it was meant to come out earlier, and then they were like, should it be in the movie theater? And then movie theaters were like, are
This
we
is
doing
garbage.
movie theaters again? So they put it on Disney Plus, and I think that was like the first one that was meant to be a theater movie that they put on Disney Plus. And so I didn't watch it in the sense that I sat and watched the whole thing. I kind of skimmed through it. But there's an unbelievable moment where it's Tom Hanks dancing with Pinocchio, and he's just going, Pinocchio, 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 Pinocchio. And it's just this like insane. It's insane.
What's fun is that Tom Hanks is such a serious actor that he came in prepared for that scene. He put in weeks of pouring
Yeah.
over the script to come in and scream Pinocchio over and over.
He
and over.
worked with Shakespearean actors.
One other final thought on these remakes. There was another remake in the 90s that you might have forgot about that was really big, but it was 101 Dalmatians starring Glenn Close and Bill Puppies.
and
I
Jeff
remember,
Daniels.
You know what I
Yeah.
remember the most about that? The McDonald's like tie-in. There was like a huge McDonald's tie-in with that movie, and every McDonald's commercial had 101 Dalmatians.
Which makes sense. So I found out recently. I was doing some when I was over at React. I was doing some sort of Disney-based React video, and I found out in it from many of the females in that video that the dad from 101 Dalmatians is considered fucking smoking.
Oh, cause that like lanky,
Yeah, like
the
he's
skinny guy,
like,
yeah.
Prince hot.
yeah. The same way that they think the fox from Zootopia is like a hot guy,
Yeah,
which is another weird one.
yeah, that's weird.
Well, all I've heard is positive shit about the Lilo and Stitch movie too, by the way. Like I've heard like very few complaints, and
Same.
it sounds like what most people are upset about is pretty mediocre dumb shit. Like Zach Galifianakis isn't doing a fun accent for that like alien guy. And also like something about them not having that big whale character, that Gantu, that bad guy is not in it. And then something about
he's a little bit harder to pull off, I think, in a fun,
yeah.
logical way.
Yeah, and also maybe scary. Have like a big giant monster
I don't
thing.
think I've ever seen the original Lilo and Stitch.
No
Actually.
way.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
dude, it's so good.
Really
might
fun.
have to try it.
Highly recommend watching that. It's just cute and well done, and it
I've always
ignores
liked
all of
yeah.
the yeah.
It's unlike any other Disney animated movie at all. Like
Agree.
the closest you could get, and this is only because there's a space theme. There's a Treasure Planet, maybe.
Yeah.
But Treasure
I love-
Planet is so fucking good.
I like that that Stitch, the character of Stitch, is essentially like a big asshole. He's kind of a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
it's funny.
He's a piece of shit nuclear bomb.
Yeah, and like and dangerous, like actually dangerous.
Yeah.
He's like and the movie opens with them being like he's like the most wanted criminal in every galaxy.
Yeah, if he didn't have this sense of like survival and cunningness, he would have fucking murdered that child.
Yeah, he's like the Incredible Hulk as like a cute little thing. Yeah, he would have. You're right. He would have murdered that little girl, and I think at one point he tries. He has like his guns out, and he's like, like she does something to upset him or something.
Great physical comedy in that movie. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's good.
All right. Well, anything else, boys?
I'm having fun with Last of Us.
Me too.
Watch Andor,
I'm
Joe.
upset about all the hate.
I need to watch Andor, and I am playing a game called Octopath Traveler, which is a great throwback to 1990s 16-bit turn-based RPG. I really like it. It's wasting my time.
My brother got me this like little handheld like emulator machine where you could play like Nintendo games and like all sorts of shit. And he loaded it up with like tons of Nintendo games. And I've been playing the Little Nemo game. Do you remember that?
Great game. Good game.
So good.
Yep.
Hope you find him.
Thanks, man. It's Finding Little Nemo. Elliott, what are you up to? What are you excited about right now? Thanks for watching, guys.